Hi everyone, Hervin here, and in this video, I am going to speak about building a business that you love, or building a business that at the very least you enjoy working in, that suits your personality. This is a topic I haven't heard many people speak about. A lot of people speak about, here's how to make money, here's the business model that's working, here's what's not working, here's what you need to do if you want to be successful. But I haven't heard many people speak about building a business that you actually like, because for me, the way I think about it is, in order for your business to be successful, unless you happen to get lucky, it's going to take a while. It's going to take, usually what they say is that it's going to take longer than you think. And so I'm a person that I can't do something that I don't really like for all that long. I know there's a lot of people that say, like, you got to suffer more than the next person, and if you want to be successful. I don't necessarily, that's not my idea of success, of like, that's not how I want to become successful. That's not how I want to live my life, just grinding it out, jaw clenched, and just every day is a fight, every day is a war, just to stay in it. And you hate every single second, but you're proud of the fact that you're sticking to it. That's not for me. And so I want to have a business that I actually enjoy working in. And again, I haven't heard many people speak about this. Everybody out there who's a guru online, they teach like, here's, webinars are the way to go. You need to build a webinar. Webinars are dead. Check out my closing script for my email. This is what you need to implement in your business. Email closing is dead. Now you need to message people on Facebook groups. Facebook group selling is dead. You need an agency. Agencies are dead. You need a course. Courses are dead. You need a community. Like, that's how, if you're in the making money online world, which is how I learned a lot of my skills, it's a sleazy industry. There's a lot of value to be learned from it, but there's a lot of sleazy people in it. And they're always saying, like, this is dead. You got to do this. And they're always telling you, like, here's what you need to do to be successful. Here's the exact plan. And if you don't do this, like, you need to hire a team of salespeople who are going to, you need appointment setters, and you need people to close, and you need an outbound team to be calling people and so on. It's like they have like these prescriptions in terms of like what you need to do in order to be successful. And as I read more and more biographies of successful people, like the way Steve Jobs ran Apple is totally different from the way Henry Ford ran the Ford Motor Company. And that's different from the way Elon Musk ran Tesla. They all have overlapping things. They all have things that they do that are similar, but there's also very different things in the way they envision the company, in the way they lead, in the way they create. There's a lot of different ways to create a business, and people make it seem as if there were like one successful way. And so in this video, I wanted to share with you some of our personal business stories and how I've been rebuilding our business. Well, I say I because I'm the visionary in the company, but it's really me setting the vision, but our team helping. So our team is us as a company, how we've been building this company, but as the visionary, how I wanted to build a company that I wanted to work at, that I enjoyed. So I was, at the beginning when we first started, I listened to all the online experts, and they're like, you need to do this, you need to sell high ticket, and you need to sell like this much and consistently raise your prices. And I tried that, and then I tried something else, and I tried being a full-on agency, and then other people are like, no, agencies are dead. You need to move to software and SaaS, and like SaaS is the way to go. And like you like make it so that you don't need to talk to somebody, but they stick with you. And it's like, no, SaaS is dead. Now you need a community. And it's like, they have like these recipes that are just so easy to toss out. And they're like, this is the way to go. And for me, one of the things that I took away from reading the Elon Musk book is how he thinks from first principles. He breaks down a problem into its most like fundamental components, and then he starts to reason from there. So what I mean by that is, when I look at a business, and this isn't something that I came up with, this is also something that I learned from business mentors, business coaches. They broke business in this way. They broke down businesses in this way, at least like a service business. So if you think about a business needs to market. Okay, so I'm going to put here M for marketing. Then they need sales, or I should say they need to nurture their leads. So they need marketing to generate leads. Then they need to nurture those leads, which you can consider marketing, or you can consider nurturing sales, but I'm going to separate them here. So you have sales. And then from here, you have some sort of like, once you sell somebody, then you need to fulfill. So you need some mechanism, or you need some way of delivering the value that you promise people during your sales process. So that's like fulfillment. In our marketing agency / SaaS, like this is our onboarding right here. Then from there, once you have people onboarded, or once you've delivered the product, then you need, if you offer a service, for example, you need to get them to stick with you to keep paying you. So you need a mechanism for retention, plus maybe get them to buy more things, maybe get them to sign up for something else. So like, for example, in our agency, if they have one package, sign up for the higher package. Sign up for an additional service. If you run, let's say, a dance studio, you want them, if they're taking one class, then you want them to sign up for more classes. So like you could call this ascension or upselling, right? So you have retention and ascension, and then you have right here operation. Okay. So these are the areas. This is like, if you break down a business to its most basic components, like a service business, you need some way of marketing the services, right? So you need this. Then you need a way to nurture the leads that you're generating from your marketing. Then you need to sell those leads. So you need to somehow get them to pay you. From there, once you sell them, then you need to fulfill your promise. You need to give them the value, and then you need to keep them, retain them, and then ascend them. And ultimately, you need to have you need to have people in the business, the operation side of things, to make sure that they handle the business side of the business, right? So they make sure that people are happy. We're recruiting people. We have the finances, the accounting, we like all of the operations side of things, that projects are being managed and so on. So these are the basic components of a business. Now, a lot of people, they're like, when it comes to marketing, you gotta be doing Facebook ads because that's the only thing that is gonna generate leads, and like you need Facebook ads. Well, the only reason they're saying that is because they sell Facebook ad courses. But you could market Facebook ads, you can market through TikTok, you can market by posting on Facebook groups, you can market by creating YouTube videos. You can market by doing outbound sales where you call people, cold call people. That's some form of marketing. It's not like a mass marketing, but you're calling people that don't know about you to let them know that you exist. That in itself, so like marketing is like getting attention. You could get attention that way. You could do TV, right? So there are many ways to do marketing. Now, when it comes to, and stick with me, this is going somewhere here in a second. Like, I don't just want you to see this so that I could show off all my business knowledge. I'm going somewhere with this. Okay, so when it comes to lead nurturing, you could call people, you can send them a video, you can send automated emails. And then when it comes to sales, you can run a webinar so that you just do a live webinar. It's kind of like a live presentation. In fact, I'll write this here. Live presentation. You can do phone sales. You can do in-person sales. So there are many ways to sell. A lot of people are just like, no, if you're going to sell, you need to have an appointment setter that then sends to a closer, and then the closer sales, or no, that's not, you need to have a VSL, you need to have a video sales letter where you send people to, and then they watch the video, and then you get them to buy right below. And so you don't need salespeople. And there's always people like just saying like, here's the way that works, and this other ways are dead. And anyway, the point being here, the point of this video is like, how do you make a business that you actually enjoy? Well, the thing about this is this. Let's say, for example, in my case, I don't like, say, posting a lot on social media. I personally do not. Like, if I had to consistently be posting on Facebook groups and chatting with people and like trying to convince them on the comments and things like that, like I would hate that. I don't want to do that, you know? So here's the thing. When it comes to business, like, let me just draw this out as well, because some people are going to watch this and it's going to be like, who cares what you want, but it's all about what the business needs. So it's like, here's what the business needs, and then actually not just what the business needs, because what the business needs is this, which I already wrote, but it's like what works. Okay. And then what you like. Okay, so what works? So for example, in our business, posting all day on Facebook groups. So doing this posting right here all day on Facebook groups, that can actually work. So I can get clients that way. I could send out a bunch of cold emails every day. That's another way to market. I would send out a bunch of cold emails and market in that way. I could do email marketing where I over time build a relationship with people through sending a lot of emails. These are different ways to market. So for me, I don't love them, but I actually do like making Facebook ads. I do like making videos like this. I like the fact that you make it once, then you put it on, then you pay on Facebook and you show it to many people, and then boom, you only have to record it once. You don't have to keep posting on Facebook, on social media, and then interact with people over the comments. You don't need to be on Instagram all day. I would hate that. With Facebook ads, I can stay away from social media. I just record a video, put it as an ad, and then boom, it goes out there to the world by me just paying for it. I actually enjoy that more than I do the other ones. And so a lot of people will just tell you, no, Facebook ads are dead. You can't, you got to do posting on social media. And then you start to think maybe I just need to focus on social media and posting all day. And now you're hating your business and you're doing something that you don't really like, but it starts to work because that's something, like I said here, that is something that could work. And then because it starts to work, you start to think this is the way to go. This is what I got to do. And then you end up at a place where you hate your business. So when it comes to marketing, you can market in many different ways. And it's not like there's just one way that works. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to make the point here in this video. It's your business from first principles, it just needs marketing. How you do the marketing, that is up to you. And obviously there are things that won't work, right? So if your market is not on newspaper, if you advertise all day on newspapers, but that's not where your customers are, that is not going to work. So it doesn't matter how much you like newspaper, that obviously isn't going to work. Now, so you have to think about what is going to work. And then also, what do you like? And then that way you can start to blend those two things together. Same thing when it comes to sales. So for example, in our business, I've been for the past 3 years doing phone sales myself. So people book a call and then they jump with me and I do the sales myself, right? And that has allowed me to learn a lot, but I don't, I've gotten better at sales and that has been good. But I don't really love sales. And so for me, I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, what is another way that could work, right? So going back to this chart, so how can I sell people in a way that works, but it's also something that I like? And for me, something that I came up with is okay, I thought to myself, what do I like? I like less sales, less aggressive sales. Some people love the hard driving sales. I don't. And so for me, it's okay, what do I like? I like making the product good. And so how do I sell people into our product? Well, how about we do a free trial and then we make our onboarding so good that people go from a free trial to converting without doing the hard aggressive sales. They get instead of me having to pay commissions to salespeople and having to manage them and figure that out, which the idea is would drain me. I much rather would focus on how do I make the best onboarding process to make sure that we give people an amazing experience and then they would want to stay with us because of that. That is something that I would enjoy much more. So that's what I've been focusing on. This is why I titled the video, why I'm rebuilding the business to be tailored to my personality, why I'm building the business around my personality. So you could do that for all of these areas, right? So, for us, when it comes to our onboarding, I know a lot of people that do their onboarding kind of just hands off, sends them a bunch of emails and then there you go. Here's how you set this up. and they want to be completely hands off. For me, I thought that that wasn't a good experience, and I actually enjoy creating a great onboarding experience. So I would sit down and I thought about my own way of doing the onboarding, but it doesn't mean that my way is right. It's just like what works and what I like. You see what I'm saying? So you're always trying to balance those two things out. What works versus what you like. And yeah, so this is the point. Like, so many people are out there just saying like, email marketing is dead. Like, when it comes to marketing, email marketing is dead. Now you need to come up with you need to now have YouTube ads. And it's like, all right, like everybody's just kind of saying, the other day I saw this video sales letter from this guy who's like, courses and agencies and all of these things are dead. Now it's like high touch consulting. And I'm like, man, just everybody, obviously, like they're trying to say like their thing is the way to go, and they're trying to convince you so that you buy their program. That's what it is ultimately at the end of the day. But I've looked at some of the videos on YouTube from these coaches, these experts that are like, here's the way to build a business. And in the past, I've like believed it. In the past, I've thought to myself, I'm like, man, my business isn't going to be successful if I don't do it the way they're saying it. Now I think about it, it's like, okay, what does the business need? The business needs marketing, it needs nurturing, it needs sales, it needs to fulfill. And then there's something that can work. And within that, the things that can work, there's also some things that I enjoy in there. So I kind of just gravitate to those. And then it's kind of like a spectrum, right? Like, Facebook ads could work, posting could work, newspaper ads could work, and then how much can each work, and then how much are you willing to tolerate working on things that you don't enjoy, and you kind of just find the balance. But I wanted to make this video to give people permission to say like, okay, I can do it my way and it could still work. And that's ultimately what I think entrepreneurship is about. Entrepreneurship is kind of like an artist for business who is expressing themselves, and ultimately the business ends up being a reflection of the visionary behind it. And that's why, for Apple, the way Apple ran, you can't just write a playbook and say like, this is how we run how a successful business runs. Because if you look at Facebook and the way Mark Zuckerberg has ran Facebook Meta now, it's going to be totally different. And Elon Musk runs totally different from how Richard Branson runs his companies and so on. And so they all have different personalities. And so, yeah, a business should be whatever I don't want to say like it should, but a business, if you're finding that you're hating your business, feel free to like test this out and find a way to make your business suit you more, because that is possible. Anyway, I'll leave you with that. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.